Resident Evil 4 Remake review. My fair review. Another remake from Konami and another great one, if not the best so far. Yes, this game divides Resident Evil fans. Some hate it, others love it. Survival horror is gone, only pure action remains. This is a phenomenal game with its own small problems. I played it more as a comedy with all muchachos and banditos jokes around, and I never seen this one as a horror game. It was very funny. So let's rate it properly as it deserves. First section is the story. A bit better and less cringy than other Hollywood-like Resident Evil games in terms of writing and acting. Straightforward story though always ends every chapter on a huge cliffhanger, so it makes you play another one to see what will happen next. Masterpiece in terms of cliffhangers here, maybe the best execution of cliffhangers ever in a video gaming history. A lot of action scenes, surprises, plot twists and WTF moments in Resident Evil 4. So many good scenes that I can easily forgive some stupid and cringe writing in this section. 8 out of 10 for the story. I loved the presentation of Resident Evil 4. Next section would be game bugs and optimization. Mega fast loading screens, unreal how fast this game is. Optimized to perfection. No bugs, no crashes, no glitches, and we talk about a new game. A perfect game. 10 out of 10 for game bugs and optimization. Next section would be game time. Finished it once on a hardcore difficulty. It took me around 20 hours to do it. Probably the longest Resident Evil in franchise. Replay value is huge if you intend to play on a pro difficulty that will get unlocked once you finish the game. For the current price, it's 9 out of 10. Once it drops on sale for under 30 bucks, it's pure 10 out of 10 and it's worth every single penny. Next section would be game difficulty. This is the hardest Resident Evil in the franchise. I died a lot of times, getting overwhelmed with zombie banditos and muchachos non-stop, ambushed, lack of resources. There are hundreds and hundreds of ways for you to die in Resident Evil 4. AI is more than good. Enemies rush at you, circle around you, they even predict your run trajectory and shoot in front of you. Challenge is there, and what's most important, it's always fair. When you die, it's your fault. For more casual runs, there are always easier difficulties, so everyone can play this game as well. 10 out of 10 for the game difficulty, it's really good. Next section would be maps and graphics. 16 chapters in the game divided in 3 big open world sandbox maps. The village and the lake, the castle and the last part on the island. User interface is phenomenal, minimap is pure perfection and you'll never get lost. Everything is covered, caves, dungeons, castles, minimaps. The game easily has that Dark Souls 1 world building principle here. Graphics are starting to get a bit outdated with Resident Evil engine. There were some parts with low pixel backgrounds, as I like to joke around while playing Serious Sam Mountains backgrounds. Every chapter is constructed well with tons of shortcuts and a lot of backtracking even when you transfer to the next chapter. Enemies, challenges, everything changes non-stop around you as you revisit previous parts. Last act, the island, ruined the brilliant game and overall impression of the game. It just overstayed its welcome by 10 and turned into Doom instead on a Resident Evil game. 9 out of 10 for maps and graphics. Next section would be gameplay. Perfect third-person shooter. You roam, discover secrets, backtrack, acquire resources, upgrade weapons, and advance. Combat is brutal, it's mega fun, it makes you rotate weapons and use all tricks at your disposal to win every single fight. To be honest, this game is pure quality. I especially enjoyed brawls and chase scenes in this one. What this game does different from other Resident Evil games is addition of parry with knife. You can parry everything in this game, including projectiles, but your knife loses durability, so you cannot spam parry non-stop. 10 out of 10 for the gameplay. Leveling and itemization. as the next section. This is a classic for Resident Evil. You upgrade your suitcase with different passives, get more ammo and how much you can carry. Of course, we also have weapon upgrades like raise damage, reload speed, rate of fire, etc. Great addition is the way how you acquire pesetas, or better to say money, to upgrade weapons. Finding emeralds and diamonds and putting them in antiquities will raise the price once you decide to sell those antiquities. Backtracking and resolving puzzles is a must if you wanna get rich and upgrade weapons fast. No leveling and experience gain in this game, by the way. No skill tree, none of that. Anyways, there are a lot of things to get occupied with while playing, a lot of upgrades, a lot of things to do. Organizing items in your small suitcase is a classic pain in the ass, I guess, for a Resident Evil game, but here it's slightly better than in other games. It's a slightly bigger suitcase, to be honest. 8 out of 10 for leveling and itemization. Next section would be NPCs and enemies. 4 NPCs in the game, including our main protagonist, probably the best main protagonist in Resident Evil franchise, by the way, Leon S. Kennedy. NPCs are extremely important for the story in this game, but truth be told, main villain is really lacking. Cliché crap, I'll poison the world and kill all, that would be the plot. Aside from that, journey is fun, enemies are absolutely insane, and they're very funny too. Boss fights are fun with multiple phases and very unique. Most of them are actually puzzle bosses waiting for opportunity to strike and take advantage of their weak points. Zombie muchachos, grandmas with forks, headbags with chainsaws, insects, bosses, monsters and monstrosities. Huge, and when I say huge, I mean huge enemy variety in this game. The best part, every enemy has a weak point, weak spots. If you are precise and if your bullets hit those weak points, it's GG. If you miss, you'll get overwhelmed very fast and you're gonna die. 8 out of 10 for NPCs and enemies. Last section would be music and sound. Solid music in the game, it's forgettable though. Amazing sound effects, like really good sound effects, and very nice voice acting. 9 out of 10 for music and sound. Final verdict, we got 81 points in 9 sections, and that would be exactly 9 out of 10 for Resident Evil 4 Remake. Amazing game, amazing third-person full action-packed shooter, very bad horror, or I can easily call it a good comedy. Survival is out from Resident Evil in this one. Amazing chapters, flopped a bit and dropped the ball in the last 3 chapters of the game though. Cliffhangers are brutal after every chapter. Epic chase scenes, great bros and arenas. Game is worth playing, it's worth buying, no matter if you're a fan of Resident Evil or not. Resident Evil 4 is a strong game of the year contender for 2023. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.